Sanjay Kulshrestha, CMD of Hudco, is joining us now. Hudco came out with a good set of numbers and very solid guidance. The stock yesterday gained smartly and today as well, almost 2%. Thanks very much for joining us, sir. Let's begin about talking about your asset under management. It has risen by almost 7% on a yearly basis, and now you are aiming for a 1.5 lakh crore mark in the next 2 years on your AUM. Are you on track to achieve this, and what's the outlook on the growth which you could see in your AUM beyond 2 years, say up till the next 5 years?
From last quarter, if you have seen that we had started growing like anything, and our loan book during last quarter has been raised by around 3% out of the 6.5 during year-to-year basis. So we had made a target, and we had made the action plan also, and we had gone through the state government infrastructure plans for the development, and I'm pretty sure that we will be growing at the rate of between 25 to 30%, and we will be achieving 1.5 lakh crores AUM by FY26. And I have reasons to elaborate this since our financial ratios and the financial strength is very, very high. Our net NPA is around 4.44%, which is I think lowest in the industry. Our CRAR is around 70%. We are working with the states. The states have their own plans, and we are a company which is dedicated for development of the sustainable asset and infrastructure across the country. We are present everywhere. We are into the consultancy. So with all these framework, I'm sure that our growth will not be a problem, and we will be growing, and we will be achieving the 1.5 lakh crores by FY26. And as you have asked regarding the 5 years guidance, so we had prepared a roadmap for FY30, which is in line with the plans of the Government of India and the studies done by many consultants. And we had identified the projects as well. So now we are working with the state governments that how to close these projects financially. And I'm very sure that by FY30, our loan book will be around 5 lakh crores.
Right. You know, the other thing we wanted to understand, Mr. Kulshrestha, was given the capex-led growth plans of central as well as various state governments as well, the kind of provisions that you've announced in the interim budget, what is your own loan disbursement target for, say, FY25? And can we also expect a spike in disbursals in Q4?
I think this is the actual question for any FI or any NBFC. What will be the loan disbursement? Finally, it is being converted into the loan asset and AUM. So I will just give you the guidance. During last board meeting, 25% on a year-to-year basis. So our disbursement will be very, very high to achieve the target of 1.5 lakh crores. So we had doubled our borrowing plan. We are planning to raise ECBs from Japan during this month only. And we have a lot of borrowing plans. So our pipelines for the disbursement is also there. So there is a clear visibility about the pipeline of the disbursements.
Morning. Now, the last time we spoke, you mentioned that you were confident of a 25,000 crore disbursements in FY24. With 1 quarter left, are you on track?
I'm 100% sure that we are on the track, and project disbursements are identified. We had gone project to project, state to states, and we had aligned our best practices in line with the industry. I'm pretty sure that we will be achieving this figure.
All right, so growth part is taken care of. Let's talk about your NIMs then. What exactly is the outlook there going forward on your margins, also versus the cost you're borrowing at? Do you expect your margins to come under a bit of a pressure or be sustaining at current levels?
If I start from our general budget, with Honorable Finance Minister has presented, net deficit has reducing. It is at 5.1. So we expect that the net borrowing of the Government of India will be lesser, and which may reduce the cost of bonds or cost of funds from the market. RBI has also given that kind of guidance that they had not raised during last monetary policy. So we are we are sure that market will start melting down from the second quarter. But we are not only working on these type of things. We are also working on the ECBs and to swap our high cost loans. And regarding NIMs, I think we are sure that we will be maintaining between the 3.3 to 3.5%, which are still there. So that will not be a problem. And on a spread side, I am sure that we will be maintaining between 1.75 to 2%. But here I want to say that as a responsible lender for creation of the infrastructure across the country, and as a Government of India company, we are quite responsible and reasonable regarding our spreads and the NIMs, not only for the markets, but for all the stakeholders. So we want that the infrastructure should be more sustainable, more viable, and they should be completed within the stipulated time frame for which they are being planned.
You know, you recently signed an MOU with the Gujarat government as well, worth about 14,500 crores. When is that we can expect this loan to start yielding to the top line? And are there any more MOUs which could be in the pipeline or in the works?
Regarding Gujarat, which is one of the most progressive state of the country, we had signed an MOU, and from the first quarter, as I have mentioned in the last interview also, from the first quarter, we will be start sanctioning. And within 2 to 3 years of the time, I can say that the disbursement will be done for the project. Regarding the other MOUs, yes, we are working with the government of Rajasthan, MP, most of the government which are progressive one, and they had planned their infrastructure. And since Hudco is a uniquely placed kind of organization, because we provide consultancy starting from the conceptualization up to the bidding processes, and we are also supplementing towards their financial needs at a very, very competitive pricing. So states are there with us. Maybe MOU or may not be MOU, but yes, our pipeline are very ready and very robust. And we are continuously sanctioning the projects of the states. And we are coming with some MOUs, but we had phased out our plan for signing of MOUs with the state so that we can identify their project, and then only MOUs will be signed.
All right, appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining in and giving us your top business updates.